Hello everyone, it's the start of the first full week. How are we feeling today? Are you ready to smash it? Good. Alright, this is where we kick things off with our first dedicated leg day. So this day is at the start of the week after the mandated rest day. Reason being is that it's going to be using some of the largest muscles in the body, which are the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings, stuff like that. So you're going to need the most amount of energy, so it's best to do them after a rest day. Now the gluteus maximus is actually the single largest muscle in the body. It's an important muscle to train as well. There's a variety of different benefits that it can give you: hip stability, posture, strength, power, lots and lots of functions for the gluteus maximus. So we're actually going to focus on that one today. It's important to know what it feels like when it's active, what it feels like when it's working and tense and isolated in, lots of different ways. So that's why we're going to do this focus on our first big leg day. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's get on the workouts. Make sure you've got your water, make sure you're rested, make sure you are wearing decent footwear. Make sure you're warmed up as well. Yeah, that was the other one. Cool, let's do this. Now for level 1, make sure you stick to the specified rep range. It's going to start with the tree pose. This may seem like a really odd choice, but standing on one leg will fire up the glutes as a stabilizing muscle, which is beneficial to the rest of the workout. If you can't do the bend, just lower your arm while keeping the rest of your body still as possible, because the main part here is that one-legged balance. We're then going to use knee lift to get the glutes working in a light dynamic fashion and then roll into the hip lift movement. This isolates the glutes and is the single best skill in Ring Fit Adventure, so nailing this one is really great. We'll then use the squattery wheel minigame to hit the glutes isometrically. This is going to feel very different, but it also gives a fun break during the set. Ring raise combo gets us moving again, with the half squats pumping our glutes again. We then try another round of hip lift followed by some squats, which makes up some of the heaviest work for the day, and then we'll finish out with the knee lift movement again, just to promote some blood flow around the body and get the nutrients flowing around. Cool down with your static stretches and that's your day, and remember, take as much rest as you need between these exercises. If it's getting too much, call it there, let me know as well. I'm trying to make sure that this is balanced enough, so give me any feedback about that. For level 2, the set is going to focus on the cycle of work, which is an aerobic movement, an isolated movement, and a compound movement. The cycle happens twice, and then we have some finisher moves. The knee lift and hip lift will get the glutes in eccentric and concentric fashion respectively, giving range to the work we're doing. The hip lift especially is a key movement here. We'll use the squat as our compound movement, as that's a great all-rounder and great for any leg routine. The quads and glutes will be hit well here as well. We'll then do a knee lift combo to shake our legs out, followed by another round of an isolated hip lift. We then figured we can have some fun, and we've opted for the squat goals as the level to do here. It will get us squatting with a wide range of motion and varying time under tension, which is perfect for mixing things up mid-workout. Shake yourself out with the lovely lively knee lift, and then we have the wide squat. Now this squat variation requires feet and knees pointed out wider, so it accentuates the hips and adductors more. Ensure that you have your knees and feet pointing in the same direction as each other. We're then going to do 2 isometric exercises as we near our finish. The chair pose, which will test your core as well as your legs, and then the tree pose, which will make your glutes fire one more time with that stability. Good job. Now for level 3, this workout uses a basic superset concept, grouping exercises together with little rest between and then having a larger rest period. So the idea is that for exercises 1 to 3, 4 to 6, and 7 to 9, you are going to perform them with as little rest as possible, and then you will have a 60 to 120 second break between, okay? The first round is squat, hip lift and ring raise combo. The compound movements here mixed with the multiple contractions and extensions with the glutes and quads will test you, but will definitely get you fired up. After your rest, round 2 is wide squat, hip lift and knee lift. When performing the wide squat and knee lift, make sure you're tensing that core and keeping your upper body right for that correct posture. Round 3 is pendulum bend, hip lift and knee lift combo. The pendulum bend uses some transverse movements with the isolated hold with the glutes. Make sure the hip hinge is good here and don't bend in the back. The knee lift combo gets you moving again before the final exercise, the leg scissors. Leg scissors and its frontal plane movement makes for a great finisher. It's nice and intense whilst using the hips and glutes to move. Fantastic, so smash this leg routine out and then get a good stretch on, focusing on your lower body. Make sure you're stretching your hamstrings, your calves, your quads, your glutes, all that good stuff. Ring Fit should supply this, but if not, I do have my own basic set of lower body stretches, which I'll link in the description below as well. Today's Fit Fact is about a test. So the test is called the stalk test. It's often performed with new clients. Basically, you stand on one leg and raise your leg up so your thigh is parallel with the ground, kind of like with the knee lift, except you hold it at the top and you place a pencil or pen on your knee. You see how long you can stay in that position without dropping the pen. This is great as a test of balance on each foot, working that stability, but my favourite thing about it is that it does help activate your glute med muscle, which is on the rear side of your bum. It's necessary for good hip health, so I like to make sure it's active before I'm going and doing any sort of leg set as well. Fantastic. Look, I'm proud of you for starting this. This is really, really cool work, and I hope that it's good enough, it's a good enough level, it's a good enough workout for you, especially for the level 1s. If it is too intense, I was wondering about the exercise amount. I can adapt it, I can give you other directions as well, so just make sure, let me know the feedback on that one if you do need it. You're making the right decision in doing these workouts. You're making the right decision for your health, which is really important, so well done on you for taking those steps. Fantastic. Next up is arms. I'll see you tomorrow.